Hello and welcome to Bargain and Subscription Gaming. My name is Rich, and we're playing Disco Elysium. This is our sixth episode. We finally just bought some sort of nose drug here for our guy, which hopefully will let us be able to get through the corpse without blowing chunks. And we're leaving the pharmacy here. It's not even a pharmacy. It was like a little convenience store with little drugs sold out of a cabinet. We'll go back up to our friend Kuno of the Foul Mouth. Let's see. Do we click on the body first or should we take the drug?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Alright, let's turn away. Let's go to our inventory. Items, interact. I guess we may just have to try once and maybe, I don't know. I mean, we can always fail it and try again. I really don't want to throw up in front of the idiot boy, but, what else can we do? Maybe he'll have something to say about this. Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
The young woman told me the mercenary's being hanged.
Then you are not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you?
Brief, yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Does the briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Why don't we know anything about
They
the
didn't
caller?
identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Of course, yes, I understand everything now.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
Actually, I have all I need
Good.
for now. Nothing leave. Let's go, let's see, square, right trigger. What did we... Oh, if we hit here to the triangle button, it says done. We finished. Ask Kim to tell you about the case. That was a task we didn't even know we had to do. Okay. And how are we doing in our thought cabinet? 70% of the lonesome long way home. So time is going by. Yep. Okay, we're just gonna try.
There he still is, looking right through
We're
you
gonna throw up.
with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Try to walk away. Nope.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
God.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Thanks. Wipe your mouth.
The hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
You think ammonia would help?
If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with delirium and odor.
Puppy's telling me something. I'm gonna mute him. If I knew anything about editing software, this middle section would get deleted. And let's see, I already said that. Where do we get ammonia
There's
from?
the fruit nearby. Maybe they have some in their apothecary. If they don't,
He points to the green.
there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
All right. Let's turn away. Let's see. Square. Right trigger. So that thing we bought was not, in fact, ammonia. Portier. Let's go try to get some free stuff from the gardener, because we already used our money.
It's raining again.
Yes, it's raining again.
It was clear just an hour ago. Sure, I'm done with it.
Oh,
Go
that was
easy on that
enough.
stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
I have to run. All right, inventory. A thin glass tube wrapped in cotton netting used to treat fainting spells produced by Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. All right, and here we have inspect the victim's body. We have ammonia. All right.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Ammonia. We only have. Wow, this is going to be.
You crack open the ammonia ampoule and breathe in. The odor of death is still stronger. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
They always do that.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Step closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, this is armor. He was stripped of.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is this?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
He was just wearing these boots and there's no rusty armor? Understood. Let's go to understood.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
The material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Wait, my yearly pay is...
Not too much, yes.
It's enough.
The lieutenant nods, wiping his finger on his sleeve.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay.
These look pretty advanced for security.
I
guard.
agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the
A
boot.
small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds
It's anything
fragile.
but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Looks like there's a serial number.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Pull the boot off.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Grab the boot under your arm.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his ass.
Brutal!
Oh, that's a bad idea. isn't
You're
it?
going to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Do what?
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have compromised the coroner's case.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
Are we not detectives? The boot may be clues inside.
How many
of it.
clues do you need? You already found a number. Besides,
Type something.
there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
Gross.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Sounds like a plan.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Okay, got it.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
Back off and look at the
The
corpse.
cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under six-rotor airships.
Don't ask me how I know this, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
They sure want him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
How did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
They climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor.
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
Makes sense, believably mundane.
70% of the cases I get are just filling in the blanks on the initial report. This belt worries me.
Back off and look at
The
the
cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Inspect the tattoos.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars,
What will mine be marked?
alcohol, and heartbreak.
Is this a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Let the lieutenant work.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Cool machine.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it? It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later about this corpse
Sure.
smell.
Just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper.
Let's look at
Teeming,
it.
his eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Okay, our brain wants to say something with a 50% chance here. Let's try.
The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
We would have to upgrade our inland empire.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench. Eyes like a shark.
Squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
Observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
His face and hands are pink. Thighs.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
Something is coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
We got lucky. Maybe he went to toilet sometime before death.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
He's beaten up. See the bruises.
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I think he was upright after his death. His hands and feet and neck are
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports her hanging.
Could it still be he was moved after death?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Back off and catch your
But
breath.
there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
So how do we get him
Are you
down?
sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
We've been thorough. Do you have a plan for getting him down?
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Can't someone else do it? We could saw the branch. Seems like a lot of hassle. Maybe let's not do it. Maybe we could shoot him down. Maybe we could ask for help from the harbor. I'm out of ideas. Let's have a look at him. Maybe we could ask for help.
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seemed
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda.
Yeah, wait, let's
But
reconsider.
what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Maybe we could shoot him down?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
how?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
There, the buckle holds the belt together.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst thing that could happen?
I'll blow his head off.
Take it!
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
I'm gonna say nothing.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Fucking idiot! Look about asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
Trying
No,
to get me.
we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
What
I have
now?
to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You saw the
Climb up
branch.
there and saw the branch?
Yeah, it seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
I could try to shoot him down.
It's
myself.
bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you.
They only have one!
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs.
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
Remember what I told you?
That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
Let's feel the weight first. Let's feel the weight.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Close your left eye
Your
first.
field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, slick, with the falling rain. The corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind, and your shoulders directing the gun sink up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Oh, we're gonna give the gun back to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Don't shoot.
I agree. Enough gunslinging for today.
What about the body?
We need to access the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. They have the tools, and they have men.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to shoot it, but, I thought a 28% chance. I mean, I could have saved scum there, I suppose. And, we have a level up. I could put a point into... I don't even remember what that was. Oh, let's do the one over here so we can get into... What was this one?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Perception. Let's put a point. We'll do that next time because we're already 31 minutes in, and we tried to get the man down, and we failed. We at least were able to examine the body. If you guys like Disco Elysium, you want to see me play more of it, let me know in the comments. If there's any other games on Game Pass you want to see or on PS Premium, say so. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.